What's good, everybody? It's Mike Reed, and welcome to My Life Ministries, where leadership, influence, faith, and involvement are the principles that we look to live by every single day of our life. And by us living those principles, it helps us to help youth to become motivated young leaders to implement faith every day in their lives as well. I want you to think about your prayer life. Think about your times that you spent with God, the times that you converse with God, the times that you just walked with God just by yourself. Think of it as you taking a long walk with Him. And I want you to think about all the prayers that you said to him, all the things that you shared, all the things that you've asked for, all the things that you told him about, everything. And I'm not just talking about things that you spoke to him about yesterday, or or this morning, or a week ago, or a month ago. I'm talking about years ago, years on top of years ago, that you've laid at God, that you asked Him for, and things that you've been waiting on, so long that you've been waiting on it that you thought that it was a prayer that would never be answered, or you thought that it was a dead prayer. Doubt played its course to the point to where it literally has been removed from your life. You have stopped focusing on the ask. You may have even forgotten about, what you talked to God about, or forgotten about what you've asked God, for, because it's been so long. But, I went through a situation to where, he showed up in a way that he shows how miraculous he is, and he shows how the true meaning of, delayed but not denied is so true, and it's up to us to continue to trust in him even when something doesn't come as fast as we want it to come, or when we get to the point to where we begin to think that, God, just because I laid something at your feet and you're not answering it, we easily forget about it, and we say, okay, God, I guess that's just not a part of what it is that you have for me in my life, when that's not necessarily true. God does, take your prayers, and he looks and he says, I know that you asked me for this. I know that this is something that you desire, but he always goes and he puts it in place with his plan. And if it does not fit with his plan, then there's a reason why you don't get blessed with that. But God will always give you an understanding of the reason why he does not bless you with what it is that you are asking for. But in this moment, that we are facing, not only me, but everybody who was listening to this video, and has been in tune with God, in a way to where you see that God is doing things in your life, and you see that God is moving in your life, and you see that he's opening up these doors. And through those open doors, not only is he blessing you, but he's teaching you so much about yourself. He's teaching you about your person, about your character. He's helping you fix your emotions. He's helping you fix, things that you've been dealing with. He's changing you as a person, which he's preparing you to be able to handle the blessing that he's doing and the blessing that he's getting ready to give you in your life. So God is getting ready to take old prayers and he's getting ready to bring you new blessings. And by him taking those old prayers that you forgot about, God is getting ready to give you things that are unexpected. He's getting ready to give you transactions that are unexpected. And when I say transactions, I'm not talking about, finances. God is getting ready to give you favor. And the favor that he's getting ready to give you is literally going to blow your mind, because it's going to be emails that you did not expect, phone calls that you did not expect, running into situations that you did not expect, running into people that you did not expect. Your name is going to be called. Your name is going to be great. Your name is being called in the heavens. God is literally getting ready to push you to the forefront. He's getting ready to push you to the head of the line. He's getting ready to put you on display. He's getting ready to put you in a place to where the light, it shines on you. And when you get to that place where the light is shining on you, you can never get the attitude of thinking that it is about you. Whatever you do, don't get to the attitude to where you think that it's about you. You have to remain humble. Remain humble in the prayer. Remain humble in the season. Remain humble in the moment, because the things that you prayed for in the old, God is getting ready to bless you with new blessings. And those new blessings are coming because of your obedience. They're coming because you waited. They're coming because you did not give up. Even when you thought that it wasn't going to happen, you did not lose your footing. You did not lose your direction. You may have stumbled a little bit. You may have even fallen a little bit, but you understood that if I don't pick myself back up, then I'm going to be lost. If I don't pick myself back up, then I'm going to be in a situation that I don't want to be in. If I don't pick myself back up, who knows where I'm going to end up? So everything that you've been waiting on, God is getting ready to put it in line with his will, because this is the moment to where the things that you put action behind, and you have to make sure that you focus on that word action, the things that you put action behind years ago, things that you've been waiting on years ago, God is getting ready to answer with new blessings. And I really believe that in my spirit, because I'm a living witness of it. And like I say, if God, he does it for me, he would do it for all of his children. So all we have to do is stay focused on who God is, trusting God in the process. Do not give up and keep following the path of God, because the things that you prayed for in the old, God is getting ready to bless you in the new. So I just wanted to get on here and encourage somebody and let them know, keep waiting, because your time is here. And through your obedience, God is ready to bless you. Have a wonderful and a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon.